Sheikh Jassim dramatically preparing massive bid to finally end saga, as it has become a matter of pride. Sheikh Jassim is preparing to make a last bid for Manchester United, according to reports. The Qatari billionaire has previously insisted his third offer would be his last. But with Sir Jim Ratcliffe appearing to be frontrunner when it comes to a potential takeover, the saga continues to rumble on. The Glazers confirmed back in November they were open to selling United, shortly after they'd been criticized by Cristiano Ronaldo in a bombshell interview with Piers Morgan. Fast forward to now, however, and there's still no end to the saga in sight. According to Saudi sports media journalist Nawaf, however, Sheikh Jassim and his Qatari consortium are preparing to make one last bid for the Red Devils. Qatar is preparing to raise a final offer to buy Manchester United for about £6 billion, he said on Twitter. Earlier in the week, Ratcliffe appeared to have stolen a march on his rival. The 70-year-old is willing to let Joel and Avram Glazers stake on at United in reduced roles, which is believed to have given him the edge. But Sheikh Jassim remains in the hunt and is hopeful of buying United, having long been a fan of the club. As the situation continues to evolve, it's also emerged the Rain Group are yet to confirm to either candidate where their current offers stand. And with both men being in the dark, it's still difficult to see how the situation will play out in the coming weeks ahead. Erik ten Hag has admitted he wants to know his budget for the summer transfer window, with the 53-year-old unsure of how much he'll have to spend. And that's a blow to the Dutchman, who is hoping to make at least 4 signings in the summer. United are open to landing a new goalkeeper, despite David De Gea being poised to extend his contract. Diogo Costa and David Raya, of Porto and Brentford respectively, have been linked with moves to Old Trafford. United would love to land a new right-back, with Jeremy Frimpong in their sights following an impressive season at Bayer Leverkusen. The Red Devils are aiming to reinforce their midfield, too. Frankie de Jong, Ryan Gravenberch and James Maddison will all potentially be pursued. But their biggest priority is a new striker. Anthony Martial has done well enough at times this season, scoring against Wolves on Saturday, but his injury woes mean he can't be relied on. Wout Weghorst is primed to return to Burnley, while there's still no clarification over the situation of Mason Greenwood. Harry Kane is United's top target, with the Tottenham striker expected to push for a departure after another disappointing season in North London. But Victor Osimhen is the club's plan B, having dazzled for Napoli this term. Meanwhile, speaking recently, former Aston Villa striker Gabriel Agbonlahor opened up on the United takeover process, and he called on the Glazers to go back to America, while also expressing concerns over the Red Devils should they end up retaining power. "I do feel sorry for Man United. I feel their pain," he said. "I do mock them sometimes about wanting the Glazers out, but when you hear about what's going on behind the scenes, the fans must be pulling their hair out. It's time for the Glazers to go back to America. Let new owners come in and help them compete again. Man United aren't far away. They're 3 or 4 players away from competing for a league title. If the Glazers stay in, then you can't see that kind of investment coming. I think they're playing with fire, and I can see a lot of backlash from the fans if they stay at the club." In other news, Ian Wright insists Manchester United star Antony must be given time after shining against Wolves. Ian Wright is confident Manchester United star Antony will find the composure to lift his game to another level. Antony joined United from Ajax in a deal worth £86 million last summer and has scored 8 goals in his first season at Old Trafford. The Brazil international registered just his second Premier League assist in Saturday's 2-0 victory over Wolves and was one of United's best players as they took another step towards confirming their place in next season's Champions League. The 22-year-old was guilty of spurning a huge opportunity in the first half, heading over Luke Shaw's cross from close range, but unselfishly teed up Anthony Martial for the game's opener minutes later. The winger was a constant threat on Saturday afternoon, tearing past Wolves defenders in an exhilarating run in the second half, but failed to spot Jadon Sancho unmarked in the box. Assessing his performance, Arsenal legend Wright believes decisions in those situations will soon come easy for Antony, insisting he must be given time to deliver. "I've got a lot of time for him. I think he's the same as Darwin Núñez," Wright told Match of the Day. "Sometimes with the price tag, people expect so much. We know they have got ability, they have got quality in their first year, and when you look at what he is capable of, you have to give this guy some time." He continued, "What he does do, he gets into space. He finds space. This is what is different from a lot of people, pace and skill. He is just skinning them. Once you get into this situation now, you want the calmness and composure. In the end, a great run comes to nothing, but as time goes by, He won't waste that. It comes down to decisions, but as time goes by, those decisions will come easy to him. Victory over Wolves leaves United tied on 66 points with third-place Newcastle, 4 points clear of Liverpool. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.